Welcome, everyone. We'll get started in a minute or so, but welcome. I'd love to hear where everyone is calling in from. Maybe just feel free to jump in. Where are you today? Where are you calling in?
Asheville.
Bellingham, Washington.
Bend, Oregon.
Mountain View, California.
Peterborough, UK.
UK.
Black Mining Hills of Dakota.
Yay.
Cookeville, Tennessee.
Amazing. Nashville.
Florida, Fort White, Florida.
Hood River, Oregon.
Cool. Welcome, Kevin. Love it. Tom, you just landed from Australia, didn't you?
Yep. And in West Hollywood today. If you hear any screeching in the background, it's my nephew.
Beautiful. Well, welcome everyone. It's so good to see you in here. My name is Yasmin Abagari. You might have seen me in the monthly community calls. We're so excited for you to be here today. We're really going to focus more on the ripple effect today. So kind of putting you in groups and diving into some of the asks and offers, like what are some of the things that are top of mind and heart for you in your community. But before we do that, I see Tree is here. I'd love if you could give us a welcome or maybe even a meditation to harmonize and come together before we get started.
Oh, well, which one? A meditation or like an opening song? Your choice.
Opening song, obviously.
What? What'd you say?
Opening song.
Opening song. Okay. Okay. How about Hafiz? Does anybody know Hafiz? I love Hafiz. Sufi poet. After all this time, the sun never says to the earth, you owe me, pay me back, 'cause you owe me. Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the whole sky. Yes, it does. It lights the whole sky. Okay, but breathe into that. I just want to invite you to take a few breaths and be aware of the breath filling your body and how abundant air is. And what an amazing reflection of the universe's love for us that fresh air coming into your lungs right now is. Whether you can see the sun or not, it's shining, source of life, along with water, our other most abundant medicine that's everywhere all the time. So just take a few breaths, ground into gratitude for life, gratitude for this opportunity to be together, gratitude for the air, gratitude for the water, gratitude for the earth that we stand on that holds us. Ho.
Thank you, Tree. So beautiful. Thank you for your amazing gift. Wow. Beautiful. Well, with that, we're going to do a brief breakout room, maybe like 5-7 minutes. And the prompt for this one is just your highs and lows for the week. Your name, where you're from. I know we shared a bit our location. I love how diverse the Hylo community is. We span the globe, the entire country. That's what makes it so special, is we have so many diversity in the room. And so with that, let's see, I'm gonna put a timer on and boom, 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 open our rooms, and I'll see you back in 7 minutes. Highs and lows. Hi, George.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Can you hear the music?
Yes.
Awesome.
Good.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you made a new friend in your breakout room and had some lovely conversations. Yes, no, yes, maybe. Yay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
This is what happens when a community of incredible people gather. No matter who you talk to, it's going to be pretty amazing. So, yay, that makes me happy to hear. So, how many people in the room are new to Hylo or have never heard of Hylo? Okay, Matthias, hello.
I'm
Welcome.
new.
Joy, Luva,
George.
love it. Welcome, welcome. We're so happy you're here. You've landed in just the right home. So, Hylo, and I'd love for Tom or maybe even Tree to share a little bit, but Hylo essentially is a community-led pro-social coordination platform that is for purpose-driven groups. So our main purpose within Hylo is to activate the full potential of these groups so that we can create a more peaceful world, a world that works for everyone. So that would be my definition of Hylo. And if you haven't joined, you can actually join this group called Building Hylo, where we essentially just share ideas, we help each other. So if this is your first time, you're going to land in a group chat where you can say hello, introduce yourself, and ask for support. And so much about Hylo is the ask and gives. So we're going to do an example in a bit, but first I want to share one community that is new to Hylo that we have the pleasure to have with us today. JJ Friday, are you in the room? I think I saw you. Yes, there you are. Perfect. Welcome, welcome, Jay. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. I Krisha said is that we may do this or may not. I can if you can give me a little bit of a framework to, because I've only
Yes,
seen one coming in. Shall I just
absolutely. I'll just
introduce?
ask you a couple questions, and it's just very, informal, just kind of asking you questions about your mission and what you're working on and how you're hoping to use Hylo. So it's very simple. How does that sound?
Sounds perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you.
awesome. Well, so I mean, the first question I have is, so Connection Engine is kind of like one of the main mission is to connect people to build a world where everyone thrives. So it's a very aligned mission with Hylo, but I'm curious to hear the backstory and how you came to founding Connection Engine.
Yeah, so 3 years ago, I kind of got the download from the universe on how to make regenerative economies completely independently. I was essentially a redneck in the woods at the time. And when I thought, surely someone is doing this out there. And I looked and I searched all the keywords that I could think of and really couldn't find anything, at least not anything where people were actually building this world and not just talking about it in glimmers. But over the process of the last 3 years, which is kind of a wild story, I've found more than 300 movements, thousands of organizations, millions, really millions of people that all have these brilliant little pieces and solutions to the puzzle. They're just not visible and they go by different names. So ordinary people like I was have no idea they even exist. And a lot of those folks are completely losing hope. While at the same time, I'm seeing, just so many people building this world every day, and there's every reason to hope. Not only so they then don't see, so they can't have hope, but they also have no idea where to start. So Connection Engine is primarily a co-created media platform where we all create and share these stories in our networks together. And then a container for people coming in where I was, which I'm not alone. I meet people every day who encountered the same exact problem and had to go through the difficult process of finding these worlds on their own. Give them a container to see everything that's out there, to decide if they want to build their own thing, join an existing thing, and just kind of get some onboarding into the world in general so they can help us continue to build this.
I love that. That's amazing. I'm curious to hear like how, so you've probably been navigating Hylo, like how do you hope the platform could be supportive and useful to this mission?
So I've been lurking for a long time actually. And with the newest update, I feel like, especially with the tracks coming, it has everything that's neat. Like I feel like it's a point where it's really synergistic for us to now be able to co-create together. I should say, because the offers and needs, especially the mapping feature for helping us find each other as we co-create these maps, like everything's just in line.
I love that. Yeah, one of my favorite feature on Hylo is the map where I could see where everybody is, like all of you on the map and also your projects. So it makes it very easy to find each other. So if you're in Asheville or North Carolina, like whatever you are, you can even just send a message to someone and have a coffee and see how you might collaborate. So I love that. Well, I'm excited for you to be part of this community, Jay. And is it JJ or Jay? Just to make
It's just Jay or
one
Friday
J.
work.
Great, Jay Friday. You have the coolest name.
Thank you.
I love
You
that.
too.
So we also have a very special human with us today. And I think David Munir just recently relocated from Lebanon to the United States, back to California, his homeland. And he founded Bloom, which is an incredible community platform to serve mostly underprivileged communities. So David, I'd love to hear your journey with Bloom, but also how you landed on this Hylo call.
Oh, sure. First off, thanks so much, Yasmin, and great seeing you all here and seeing some old friends, connecting with new ones, and connecting with this beautiful community. So, I mean, for Bloom, yeah, we've been running impact accelerator programs for almost 18 years, mostly in the Middle East and Africa. Like Yasmin said, I'm a California native. I grew up in the Bay Area. But my family is Lebanese American and always have been connected to the Middle East. And so I shifted my life and work there about 20 years ago and seeing how we could support positive impact efforts in these emerging ecosystems. in the Middle East and Africa, and initially online, but then shifting to software as well, and seeing how we could really, I think very much aligned with this effort. How can we build more community and build more tools and support to really scale the impact, movement, and change norms? And so we've been running these programs. This is a quick link there for what we call our Super Bloom Impact Mission. But really what we consider our work, which made me super excited when I came across Hylo, was this idea that we consider Bloom to be software supported community, that it really is the community that is the most important. And how can we be leveraging these tools to help us all be more efficient, effective, collaborative, supportive, etc. So I came across Hylo. I heard about it for a little while, but then I first connected more deeply at the gathering during Bioneers, just after Bioneers in Berkeley, and the gathering in Oakland a couple months ago.
Hey, how you doing?
And hey, Ryan. Yeah. And then connected on some of the groups on Hylo. And I'm still learning and exploring, but I really love the idea of community building. And I especially love, by the way, this aspect that whatever things that we think of are sort of essentials for life and community and building, is that they, in my mind, they should either be nonprofits, public goods, or strongly social oriented for-profit companies, but especially ones that, if they're for-profit, like a cooperative model or somehow a participatory um, or democratic governance model, is super important. So if we're talking about something like our basic communications, and previous the motto was like SMS, etc. Okay, SMS has limitations, but communications is it's core to our existence. And the idea of the norm of that being through a platform like WhatsApp, which is being optimized for the profit of a particular company that many of us might have ethical disagreements with, in my mind, is very problematic. So how can we take that aspect of communications and community and say, how can that be more oriented towards our collective well-being? Even other ones, by the way, in the long term, thinking about, like, in my mind, why don't we have a transportation cooperative in the tech, et cetera, supporting that, instead of reliance on Uber or Lyft? What other things that are fundamentals that we need to say these should be community governed or built for community impact? So anyhow, I'll stop there, but this is why. So we love running impact accelerator programs, and thinking about how can we bring more values into our communities and economies. And Hylo is like a beautiful example of that. So kudos to the team, and great to meet you all.
Thank you, David Munir. So happy you're here. I love seeing all the new friends join in. And before we go into the breakout room, we're going to do a ripple effect. For those who don't know what a ripple effect is, it's an ask and offer, and maybe also a gratitude, something you're grateful for today. And it's a way for us to share some of our biggest need and also what we can offer to each other as a community. But before I do that, Brandon has something to share, something exciting he's been working on. So Brandon, over to you.
Yes, thank you. Well, I recently I was hired by a organization, the Institute of Applied Metatheory, to look at these mapping efforts. There's actually like a few of them that are out there where they try to, like, see, okay, what tools are out there to map the people, organizations, maybe tech tools, maybe like bioregions, and then we found like a big list of them, actually. And then there's some automation tools, like the one that Jay Friday recently created, the connection engine. But there's also like this CTA, the Collaborative Tech Alliance, created this dynamic ecosystem, and we're like, well, maybe we could make something that like connects this. And gosh, there's a lot of opportunities for having a map, like some enhancements to Hylo that could actually, integrate some of these tools and actually show, what people are working on, and have like dynamic needs offers, connections. Anyways, there's a lot of possibilities. But I created this report, and another thing is that actually I reached out to some people who for a survey, and we have some survey results. We're not going to share like the raw survey results. A few of you guys maybe on the call, I think, actually participated in this, but like we actually have a summary of that. So I want to share two documents here in the chat. And there isn't going to probably be enough time for me to get into more of it, but you'll be able to read it and you can reach out to me, and we can talk about it later if anybody. And I haven't posted this to Hylo yet, but I'm going to post it to probably the CTA group and the Building Hylo group. So you'll have it there. Thank you.
I love that. Yes, definitely. If you have tools or resources, Building Hylo or Community Organizers Group are the best place to do that. So thank you, Brandon, for being a good example of that. All right, without further ado, roll, whatever it's called. English is my third language, so I sometimes don't know the words to say, but roll, what is it called? Someone can help me? When you do this.
Drum roll.
Drum roll, please.
Roll the
There we go.
film.
Drum roll.
Drum roll.
Roll the
roll,
camera.
please.
Drum roll.
And it's funny because I'm in a music studio right now doing this call, so I couldn't even remember drum roll. But here we go. All right, so we're going to go into about 20 minutes of ripple effect. So each of you will have about 5 minutes. And the invitation is when the person is sharing to listen so deeply, like they're the only person that matters in the entire universe. And a lot of magic can happen just by having that full attention given to somebody. And then once they're finished sharing, then you could ask questions, you could, offer ideas, offer connections. So maybe spend about a minute or so sharing about your group mission and what your biggest need is, and what you want to offer back to the community. And then see, there's magic that happens. Like, so you're going to be paired with 4 people in the group, and then we'll come back together to reflect. All right. Does that sound clear? The instructions? Yes. Cool. Awesome. All right. And
How
off
much
we
time
go.
do we have?
Oh,
How
what?
how much time is the breakout?
So you're going to have 20 minutes and
Okay.
5 minutes each. So you'll
Okay.
be 4 in the room. So 5 minutes each. And I'll let you know when it's time to go to the next person. So you don't have to worry about that. All right. We'll see you guys in 20 minutes. Yes. Jeff, I'm going to put you in a breakout room. Number Welcome back, everyone. Good to see you. Before we dive into some shares, I actually would love for us to take 1 minute to reflect on what your biggest takeaway was from this brief ripple effect and coming together with 3 of your new friends. So we'll spend about 1 minute to write in the chat, but don't post yet until I do a countdown. So 1 minute. What was your biggest takeaway in the chat? All right, on the count of 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see what we got here. Okay, connection, regenerative finance, biggest takeaway. Food is the common dominator for resilient communities. Yes, everything we need right now is within us. Very true. Community, yes. Actually, would love to invite maybe a couple voices to share. Whoever want to go first, just unmute and share your biggest takeaway.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I didn't want to have a big collision, so I paused a bit there. But yeah, I think one of the biggest takeaways is that maybe our strongest guide for how to share resources like story and space and time and perspective is each other. I think we can benefit from coming together to prioritize how do we share these limited resources together without snuffing the other ones out.
Love that. So true. Yes. Anyone else? Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what your name is. B.
Oh yeah, that was me. Thanks.
Awesome. Anyone else would like to share?
If I may, there was a sort of an underlying sort of principle that we were not worried about where we are. We were all really concerned with what we could become, not just individually, but collectively. I mean, really collectively, species level. You don't get that sort of conversation everywhere. And this idea of letting go of what got you here, letting go of what you got today. One of the people in our session is making a huge personal leap and having the courage to do that. That's the sort of pioneering spirit we need. We've got to create a completely new way of living that's in harmony and balance with nature. It requires almost nothing from our past to get us there, but it requires a whole new future to emerge. And being amongst just a random group of people who are all thinking about that, the fact that we're all here today is so empowering, really empowering.
So true. All we need is each other. That's simple. Thank you. Thank you for your share. Beautiful. Maybe one more. Don't be shy.
Well, this depends on what we need is to free the surplus. Everything in life is growth, and all the surplus, everything that's living creates surplus. And we have got to figure out how to keep that surplus in the community where it originated, i.e. money. That's it. Instead of having the growth drawn away, it needs to stay in the community.
Yeah, I like that. That sounds good.
I like what someone shared. Recognize and invite the ones not present. That's I resonate with that one very much. Beautiful. Good work, everyone. You're all awesome. Just
Is there a
incredible.
list? Is there a list of the people that have shown up today and what their specialties are and how to get in touch with them?
Well, that's why we built Hylo. So we all find each other. I'm going to put down the
Okay.
link for building Hylo again, and I definitely invite you to join if you haven't already. And you
Yes.
could find everyone there by searching for the name and just finding their interest, their kind of where they are, location. So the platform gives you that global mapping.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah. Tree.
I wonder, it could be fun if any of you have a high-low group that you steward. You could drop the join link into the chat.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yes. I love that. Okay, we've got 4 more minutes, a couple announcements, a family picture like we do every month, and we're off on our missions. Individual yet collective mission. So first of all, the next community call is going to be June 26th, and I'm gonna put that in the chat here, everyone to join, and we'll be sending out an email as well. And let's see. I would love if you don't have your camera on, we're gonna take a quick photo to capture all the magic from today. And I'll probably make a little post on Hylo, and maybe you could comment or tag yourself so we can find each other easily. Let's see. Okay. Count of 3, 2, 1. Yay.
Wait,
We
wait,
did it.
wait, Yasmin. Should we invite
What?
people to like wave or do a
Oh, yes.
ta-da
Much more fun.
or
I
something
think
like
you're
that?
right. Yes. Okay. Let's all
Bring your
pretend that we're
energy.
having fun. Bring your energy. Yay. So much better. Thank you, David. This is what happens when you have other community builders in the room. It's like, hey, maybe you could do this better. Love that. Thank you, David.
Teamwork. Teamwork.
Yes. And I would love if Tree would close us with that beautiful voice that you embody and as a way to send us off into our worlds.
You want
Oh my
another
gosh.
one?
Yes.
Okay. There's a sweet honey in the rock song. That's a Chinese proverb. That's really nice. Where there is light in the soul, there is beauty in a person. Where there is beauty in the person, there is harmony in the home. Where there is harmony in the home, there is honor in the nation. Where there is honor in the nation, there is peace in the world. Go and cultivate the light in your souls, people. Thank you for all the good work you do. I love you.
Amazing. Love you.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Thanks, all.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Tree.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Take care. Be well.
Next time.
Yes, see you in June, end of June. Come back.
Take care. Yes. Bye, all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Beautiful.
Bye-bye.